welcome to Galaxy of the Force, a Star Wars podcast for kids. I am Joseph and I am 7 years old. This is Shay. Give it up for Shay, everybody.
I'm Joseph's parent.
Thank you all for supporting us so well, because we have now got over 1,000 listeners. Guess what? We did not lie to you. We have read Rogue One, but we have not read. We have watched Rogue One, but sadly I haven't finished my book. Wow.
You have started it though.
Yeah, I have started it.
Through the Rogue One bit?
Halfway? You think so? There are 66 chapters, and I'm on I think chapter 14.
Oh right, okay. Definitely not halfway then.
Okay, so today we are going to be talking all about Rogue One. Since you probably fell asleep in it, should we do you asking me the questions and me answering them?
I did not fall asleep in it. We watched it last night, and in fact, I asked Joseph for his thoughts immediately after we finished watching. So let's cut to that.
Okay.
What did you think of Rogue One? Best bit, worst bit?
Best bit, worst bit? Me, I still haven't thought.
Okay, best bit for me.
You can't change it now.
Best bit for me was Jyn Erso meeting her dad face to face, and even though he's dying, the two of them have this really special moment where they realise that they still love each other and they've been thinking about each other all along.
Wait, they only realised that in the hologram, and you've changed that.
No, Jyn Erso realises that her dad is alive and still loves her when she sees the hologram, but then they actually see each other face to face, and that's my best bit.
Yeah.
What's your best bit?
I just told you.
You don't know. Still thinking about it.
I am still thinking about it.
Should
we do the back to tank part, or should we do the Vanay part?
Oh, okay, yeah. Tell us about the back to tank part, because I think that's your best bit. You keep talking about it.
Yeah, I do. So which part should we do first? Back to tank or Vanay?
Well, they're kind of linked, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we did our last podcast we were talking about Vanay, and we saw him in Rogue One. He goes to...
But only at the end.
It's not really the end. He goes to get Vader.
In the middle.
Yeah.
He visits Vader when the Death Star is done.
Yeah, to let him know that... What's his name? Orson Krennic.
Director Orson Krennic
is there to see Vader to let him know about the Death Star.
No, if you ever see him, be mean to him.
Yeah, we don't like him. He's
nah.
Okay, so we see Vanay.
Yep. And Vanay says, "My lord, Director Orson Krennic has come to discuss the Death Star." And then you see the Bacta tank, and you see Anakin's face, but it's with a shadow on, and you see his slimy ear. You just see his ear, really, with his head, and he's got no hair. And you also see the top half of him. This
is him without his suit on.
Yeah. His left arm is robotic, and his left hand's robotic. His right hand's robotic. Both of his legs are robotic, and so his body, so the middle bit and his right arm, not the hand, and his face are the only things that aren't robotic. So there are 5 things that are robotic. So he's more robot than human.
He is, when he's Darth Vader.
Yeah, but what about the organs? Does he have more? Well, I guess he's more organ than robot.
Yeah.
He's got more organs than he's got more organs than wires. We just have to say that for sure.
Speaking about robots.
But he has a few bits of metal that have to stay on him to keep his skin together.
So, speaking about robots...
R2-D2 and C-3PO are at the end.
Oh yeah, you saw them, didn't you?
Yeah. C-3PO is saying to R2, how chaotic it is, because when the battle's coming at the end, and all of the ships are flying away to Scarif. I think it was Scarif.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, talking about robots, droids. Main droid in this one is called K2...
S.O.
K2SO. I really liked him a lot.
Yeah, you do.
So he used to be an Imperial droid, and he was reprogrammed
by Cassie and Andor, and they are best friends. Beep, beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop.
So Cassie and Andor and this droid.
Beep, beep, beep.
I mean, I didn't think they were best friends, but okay.
Remember, you said a face of a friend.
Oh yeah, he said he has the face of a friend. Yeah, the droid says that Cassie and Andor has the face of a friend.
Do you remember when he says...
because he's been reprogrammed, he
says everything that comes into his head.
Yeah.
Well, his droid brain.
Which is his circuit.
Yeah.
Says everything that comes into his circuit.
When they were on a ship and they were going to the holy city of Jeddah, Jin had a blaster, Cassian had a blaster, the droid didn't, and he said to Cassian, and he asked Cassian, why does she get a blaster and I don't? Do you remember that?
I do remember that. What was the answer?
I can't remember.
Well, I do remember that the lovely thing that Jin did for him near the end was that she gave him a blaster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She gave him a blaster when... Was it when he had to do that programming?
Well, they were going to fight, weren't they, on Scarif, so she gave him a blaster.
Because she didn't need it anymore. She ain't needed it, did she?
She ain't needed it. She didn't need it. But, no, I think she did need it. She gave him his own blaster.
What do you mean?
She gave him his own blaster to have.
No.
She gave him her blaster?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Remember,
That's even nicer.
She can shoot Krennic. So Cassian did, remember?
Yes.
But Krennic was about to kill her.
Right, worst bits from Rogue One. What was your worst bit?
Oh, I remember your favourite character.
Who was my favourite character?
Princess Leia, because she gets what she wants in the end.
Yeah, so...
And she doesn't die.
Yes. Joseph asked me who my favourite character was, and I said Princess Leia because she appears just at the very, very end.
Did you know, note that, New Hope is just about to start when, like, it's right before, like, a few seconds before, so Rogue One, when it ends, it's a few seconds before New Hope starts. Because, actually, there was one ship and another ship connected, and one of those ships was Leia's ship. Darth Vader got onto the other ship, but on that ship, that's where the plans came out, and the door was closing to the other ship. So, and one of the rebel guards said to another rebel guard, "Take this, take this." It was the plans. So she took it and run, and Darth Vader killed all of those guys in the, in that bit. In that bit of the ship, and the other ship that was Leia's ship, and then as we know, I think the stormtroopers were just about to board that ship, because remember, were two stormtroopers in front of Darth Vader when he came onto Leia's ship?
I can't remember that.
Neither can I. I think Darth Vader was in front, but it doesn't matter now. The stormtroopers wasn't on that ship, but he did say prepare a boarding party to Grand Moff Tarkin.
He did, yeah, and then that's when he was going to try and get the plans.
He tried to get the plans at first by his own, I think the Stormtroopers might have been.
So all of this, we're talking about these plans, and this is kind of the point of the Rogue One movie, is that Jyn Erso and another group, a group of rebels with her, are looking for some plans for the Death Star, which Jyn Erso's dad has been building, or he's an architect or an engineer building the Death Star.
They forced him to.
They forced him into
Don't
it.
be harsh.
Yeah, he's one of the rebels, and he has secretly created a flaw in the Death Star,
which
will
Luke
allow it
blows
to be
up.
destroyed. Exactly, which Luke then uses. So they are looking for the plans to find out where this flaw is in the Death Star, to pass it on to the rebellion.
Wait, hang on. Why did they make a flaw in the second Death Star too?
I don't know that. Is this episode 5 we're talking about?
No, we're talking about... This is just before episode 2.
This is just before episode 4, and this is the first Death Star, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did they make a flaw in the second Death Star as well?
Yeah.
Maybe they just used the same plans, Joseph.
Maybe
why.
they didn't know how to.
So...
But this time, they also put a shield generator. Do you remember? Han and Chewie and Leia had to blow it up.
Oh, yes. So, the thing about Rogue One is that there are a lot of very, very brave characters. Pretty much everyone dies. That's why I was saying that
everyone in the Rogue One crew dies. They have to.
They're all heroes, and
they have to die.
Sacrifice themselves, really, for the greater good, which is an extremely brave thing to do. And it's also what Jyn Erso's dad does as well.
What do you mean?
Well, that he also knows he puts himself at great risk, but what he's interested in is destroying the Death Star, destroying the Empire. So that's why he's working in secret. He's actually working against them for all those years.
Does the Empire get destroyed in 6?
Yes.
But the Emperor gets destroyed in 9.
Well, we think he gets destroyed in 6, don't we?
Yeah, we think. But the Emperor gets destroyed in 9.
So, go on, Joseph. I know that you had a least favourite bit, and you have actually already alluded to it. So tell us, what was your least favourite bit about Rogue One?
No, I know what you're thinking of, but that's not my least favourite bit.
So the fact that they don't play the Imperial March when Darth Vader is there, that's not your least favourite bit?
No, it doesn't matter to me.
Oh, that's changed. Okay, what was your least favourite?
It matters in number 4 or number 5, but not in Rogue One.
Okay. All right, tell us then, what was your least favourite bit? Or maybe it was your scariest bit. I don't know.
Scariest?
Well, I don't know. What was your least...
Not scary, it's really a, what should I say? What's it called? Like, hatred bits.
Oh, a bit that makes you feel...
Hatred.
Oh, gosh.
Inside
Okay.
me.
And what bit was that?
And Krennic's around.
When Krennic's around, yeah. Krennic was pretty evil.
Yeah.
Right, so do we recommend Rogue One?
Pardon?
Do we recommend Rogue One to our listeners? If they've not seen Rogue One, should they see it?
Yes, you will just prepare you now for the bad parts and the dying.
Yeah, there's lots of dying. It's pretty sad. But it's very beautifully done. And the acting, I think, is great. Like the story. And I also
Who's
like
your
how it really
favourite
fits together.
character that's not Princess Leia, or as I should say, in the Rogue One crew?
My favourite character in the Rogue One crew, sorry. I mean, obviously, Jyn Erso is great, and she is so brave.
She went to
But they all have very
university
different-
with you.
Not,
The actor.
not with me, darling, but she went to the same university as me, same college. But not at the same time. She's older than I am.
Right.
Then
how do you know her?
Well, I just know of her.
Oh.
Right, so I think she's incredibly brave, Jyn Erso, and that she, brings a lot to...
Why didn't she run when that big explosion was coming her way?
What, at the end?
Yeah.
Because she knows that she can't escape. So she faces it. She's there with her friend, and they're ready to die together. knowing that they've done the right thing. They've done all they can do to help the rebellion.
Well, I think Baze knows he has to die when the ship gets destroyed with Baldy.
Yeah. And another bit, I really like those two characters, the friends, the one who's blind and the other one who's his friend.
Baze Malbus.
Yeah, the two of them.
Chirrut and Baze.
Yeah, I really like how they, like, Chirrut really
Baze.
cares about the Force and wants to be one with the Force, and I really like their friendship as well. I think
the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force is with me.
And then when he's dying, his friend says,
he says,
the Force is with me and I'm one with the Force.
No, Chirrut says first, look through the Force and you'll find me. And then he says, the Force is with me and I'm one with the Force.
Yeah, and I just love how this whole story of Rogue One is all about friendship and supporting each other, and also how, you know, as people, they all fit into as characters, they all fit into a much bigger picture, and they are kind of prepared for that. And that's part of what the rebellion is. It's so much bigger than one person, one individual person or droid.
So that is all about Rogue One.
And we definitely recommend watching it if you haven't already.
Thank you so much for listening. We really, really, we hope you thought that was exciting. Otherwise, it was for nothing. I'm very sorry if it was.
See you next time.
See you next time. Bye.